What's going on? Hey, Miss Dee Dee. What's going on? Hey, Pretty K. Did you guys get to go on Facebook and see the Wave 10 news? Hello, Batcave. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Katrina. Hey, Pretty K. Good evening. Good evening. Hey, Amari. I learned the same stuff. You good today? I'm good. I good. I had some things I had to do today. I took the time out to stop, stay around till 1 o'clock. Hey, LaKendra. Good evening. Good afternoon to you. And D Diva. And listen to the whole, yes, I did. I was commenting on the live, and that boy kept responding to my comments. Oh, well, you sound a little better. Yeah. No, I wasn't able to. Okay. So those were your questions? Like your question, what questions was yours, Pretty K? Because what questions did you ask that you didn't already know? Or did they not answer your question? Because to me, they were deflecting. And they didn't answer any. I mean, did you learn anything new? Because if you learned something new, then I don't know. Because I heard the same thing. No, I was voicing my opinion. Oh, what was your opinion? Good afternoon, Amari. Good afternoon. Well, I'm not on Facebook. I'm not either. No, you didn't learn anything new? Okay, there was a couple of little nuggets into their conversation, you guys. I listened to it for myself. I had to reach out to Miss Lisa Taylor at the time because I was on the site, but it was saying live, but it wasn't showing me the live. I couldn't hear the live or anything. So I must have missed the first 5 minutes of the live. Whatever. It was weird because Lisa did finally send me the link because I had to reach out to her and say, hey, I'm like, are you watching this? She's like, yeah. I was like, I can't find it. I'm there. But it wasn't doing what I needed it to do because I don't really do Facebook. And so I had to download some stuff. I literally had to undownload. But me and Ahmad kind of sat on the phone and we listened to the whole situation. And there was some nuggets if you really listen. You guys, there was some nuggets if you really listen. Hey Gloria, how you doing? Hey LaKendra, hey Miss Dee Dee, hey Miss Pretty K. So, when something was almost said, the lady that was asking the questions and asking questions, she would jump in there and deflect the whole conversation. I don't know if you guys see that or understand that. Put a 1 in the chat if that's what you seen, but that's what I seen. And I can give you a good example if you want me to. I can give you I can give you more than one good example. I'll give you more than one good example. Okay? Okay. That's what you seen too? Yeah. Okay. First of all, let me share with you my analysis of what we heard. She said, I heard a whole lot of deflecting. Yes. Okay. First of all, I don't understand why they call the other person, which is the wife, the other woman. Okay? That is not good news reporting. Why I say that? Because the respect goes to the wife. I know Codi is the child that's missing, and the mother is the mother of the child. But when you say another woman showed up for court, why you didn't have the decency to say the respectful thing, to say the wife that you guys mixed up and thought it was another woman or Cody's mama. It wasn't just another woman, it was his wife. That was very disturbing to me. I don't know why it was mentioned the way that it did. It was just so, I think it was, I don't pick no sides, you guys. I just see what it is. You know what I'm saying? It was very disrespectful. I thought it was. They said another woman showed up and said that she would help Corey. The other woman, another woman, the woman that didn't file some charges. But they did let us know some things about the charges that was filed. Okay? And that is, if you listen, we did not know that the charges was at that time. They didn't say the date, or I didn't catch the date. I'm just saying, I'm just stating what I heard, you guys, that Corey came home drunk, and he said that he was going to kill Cody's mother, and then proceeded to choke her. And the charges was dropped because she was scared to press charges or go to court and say what he did or what he didn't do. But let me tell you something. They don't even have to do that. They don't have to scare her because she's scared to say anything. See, because the state will pick up them charges because she said that he said he was going to kill her. The state will pick up them charges, okay? If she had the things on her throat where it shows that he choked her or something, the state pick up the charges. They don't need her to testify or say anything. She done already said enough. State picks up the charges, right? She can't drop them charges. State pick up the charges. Oh, because she didn't want to come to court. She would have to come to court. They would subpoena her to court and say, you either say what you told us because you're wasting our time running out here because y'all having a little spittle spattle. And you're just wasting the government's money. The city's money. Can't come out here and then y'all had a little spat and then he goes to jail. And then you say, oh, if it was so important, that's the DA job to pick it up, whether she talks or not. Exactly. But here's the thing. Exactly, LaKendra. Exactly. Whether she say, I'm not going to come, they supposed to go in here. Or guess what? Codi would probably be here today. Because of the word killed and plus the bruises. Exactly. They would have picked it up. Unless there wasn't bruises and they went by your word. Okay? Anyway. And here's the thing. Okay? I don't know. That was one call. They haven't got any more calls. That was what, 2018? That was soon as Codi was born, right? I think that was the month, the year. They said it was a 2018 incident. And that was when Codi was born, in 2018. Okay, we don't know what they were fighting about. It could be, hey, is this baby mine? I found out the baby ain't mine. Or guess what? I caught you next door. But one thing that I seen and I heard and I thought, I said, wow, they're saying everything great about the mother. They are. They was like, well, she came in and she was cooperating and we're not saying her name because she's not a suspect, and they didn't live together. And they also said this. Hey, Valerie, good morning. Good evening to you. Batcave, good evening to you. Tina Powers, good evening to you. They also said that he met her in Washington. Did you guys hear that? You guys wasn't paying attention, was you? You was not paying attention. We're talking about this now because tomorrow we're doing our fast at 12 noon. And 5 o'clock, we're doing our visual. They're supposed to be doing a visual right now. Isn't that something? They're supposed to be doing a visual right now down there in Hampton. 100 days. They done scattered up and they want to do a visual. In the beginning, they both were suspects. Exactly. They said, oh, that's where he met the mom in Washington. Now, I don't remember that they were both living in Virginia. And then when he AWOL, which when they got ready to talk about the AWOL, the one lady, she basically stopped them. I mean, stopped because they wanted to talk about the AWOL. She gonna turn around and define AWOL. We didn't need a definition of what AWOL is. We already know. That's the weird thing when people deflect. They stop in the middle of what you're talking about, and they go, "Oh, by the way, AWOL means absence without leave." And then they proceed to another subject. You never answered the question about the AWOL. Okay? She bypassed that real quick. Exactly. And then when they were talking about, I'm just saying some of the things I caught off, and I was like, oh my goodness, this, you know what? Then they turn around and say, you guys, if you have any tips, come and call us, tell us. Why would we want to tell you? You the news, you ain't the police. Telling you ain't gonna get us nowhere. Oh, we can go check it out. Now, hold on. That don't even make no sense. That don't even make any sense. You come on national Facebook Live, like ask us questions. Like what? What was you gonna tell us that we didn't already know? And then you tell us that you're on Facebook watching what we're saying, depicting what we're saying. Oh, we heard this. That tells me that you're looking on Facebook for the answers. You're looking on YouTube for the answers. You're looking on TikTok for the answers. You're looking just like we're looking. You know, no more than what. Yeah, you might be down there, but they did say that them dogs did not pick up a scent in that house. Then they want to say, oh, well, dog can't pick up a scent on asphalt. That's a bald-faced lie. I don't believe it. I know better. I am not stupid. I am not naive. I'm not the R word. I'm not delusional. I'm not frantic. I'm not scared. That is a bald-faced lie. A dog can pick up a scent on asphalt. They can pick up, what is asphalt? It's a solid. What is the ground? A solid. Now, dogs can't pick up a scent if they're in water, and it's got to be a lot of water. They can even if it snows and rain, it would take a lot of the scent away. But if you know anything about dogs, they can pick up scent on ground, on asphalt, on cement. Come on, you guys tell me. Am I just tell me if I'm wrong? 28 is in the building. 14 thumbs up. If you came in the building without giving the thumbs up, give us a thumbs up. Hey Mildred, how you doing? Hey Carolyn, how you doing? I done already cooked, you guys, so you ain't got to worry about me cooking or anything. We're on the back page because we just talking, and we're just trying to keep things together. This is, like I said, if there's not going to be no new information, this case is going to go dead. And right now, that's what it is. I agree with you, SP. Somebody needs to investigate the other son's death. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Everybody's a suspect. Everybody. Thing with Jacqueline. Now, I don't sit there and point my finger at one person and say, ooh, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to, because I look at it like this, you guys. And this is just the ideal of the whole situation. Thanks for whoever went out and put a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Hey Freddie, how's it going? Hey Valerie, how you doing? I look at it like this. You know what? My grandson came over today, and he was like, "Hey, Grandma," and he gave me a big old hug, and we played and everything. He was so happy to see me, and we played Rock'em Bock'em Soap Roblox. You guys, we did. And then when it was time for him to go, give me a hug and kiss, I didn't kiss him on his lip. I gave him a big old hug, and I kissed the side of his head. And he said, "Grandma, did you kiss me on the side?" I said, "I sure did." I said, "You too big now. You too big to be getting kissed on the lips. You need now to be getting, don't let nobody kiss your lips. Let them kiss your forehead, let them kiss your cheek, let them kiss your head. But, you're a big boy now. You're a big boy, you know? And so, well, what we do is we teach kids as we go. And if we don't teach them, regardless of what the adults are thinking or doing or how they act, or if they like you, if they don't like you or whatever, you still, when you with the child, they are watching. They are watching. Yes, I did see the two nuts. Yes, I did see the two nuts. I watched it. Yeah, I watched it. And it just wasted my time. Because it had nothing to do with Cody. I mean, they said it was we're going to have a visual. So I guess they're going to have a visual, a visual, not a visual, but a vigil tonight. Are they doing it now? I don't know. But they were talking about how good him looked, which I don't know where they get that from. And he got to being like, F you, I don't like that. And da, 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 da. Boy, please, what? Oh my God. Oh, oh my. Anyway, you guys. Um, this is why I don't do Facebook. This is why I don't. My husband tells me to stay off of there. He does. He tells me to stay off of there. He says there's nothing there. He says it's a different kind of crowd. And it is. It is a different kind of crowd. It's messy over there. I'm sorry, that might be somebody's main thing. They be like, you talking about Facebook. No, you know what? It's just, it's different. It's different. I mean, oh my goodness, I don't know. But anyway, you see a lot of people's leaving from over there. And I heard one of them is actually leaving from over there. And they're getting other accounts. They're getting TikTok and they're getting YouTube. And they're doing more on TikTok and YouTube. Which we already on YouTube and we already on TikTok. We got thousands and thousands on TikTok. We got thousands and thousands on YouTube. So we never went over to Facebook, but we are going to go to Facebook because you got to have a share of the social, awareness. Because there's certain groups, there's a small group that, TikTok, a lot of people say that's for the kids or whatever. No, it's really not. It's social media. It's for anybody that has time that they want to share whatever they want to share, whether they're dancing, eating frosted flakes, or telling the news, or telling about somebody that's missing. There's a lot of people on TikTok, and you can get a lot of information. Matter of fact, TikTok started off on really being noticed about when children and people come up missing is on TikTok, because guess what? TikTok had all the information when the young lady came up missing, and that was what's the young lady name down there when they went hitchhiking and all this other stuff, and the boyfriend end up killing himself, and everybody had a national world hunt out on him just because he used somebody's credit card, but they ain't tried him or charged him with anything, but they had a national hunt for him. Yes. Thank you, Pretty K. Gabby Petito. They had all the information over there at TikTok. The news didn't have it. The police didn't have it. TikTok had it. You know why TikTok had it? You know why these social medias, sites and things are growing? Because people are having their cameras or whatever. What are you finna do, Papa? Okay, that's cool. And yeah. Papa. I didn't see him, so. Who are you talking to, honey? Come on. gonna listen. I kissed my grandbabies on the forehead. Did you watch? Yes. Gabby. When Gabby came up missing, sister is getting married again. I used my Facebook for family. Harina. Harina. Who's Harina? Harina. Anyway, so Gabby Petito came up missing. And guess what? Somebody caught it on video. The truck that was hidden in the little wooded area. Guess where it was? It wasn't on Facebook. It wasn't on YouTube. Valerie Montgomery says, why we in the... Girl, you ain't in the dark. Papa doing too much. Just doing too much. I think he talking to his mama on the phone. I think he talking to his mama. Because when I asked him who he talking to, he like, I ain't got to tell you who I'm talking to. You always ask me, who am I talking to? Oh, God. Come on, y'all. Did anybody learn anything else? We're talking about Codi, though. So what I'm saying is, she said, I'm afraid of the dark. Don't worry, you out the dark. What I'm saying is, they came on the live. They had like, it said 300, but they had way more than 300. They had 500 people in the live. And I didn't even know, I couldn't even see who was asking the questions, or I couldn't even see that part. Only part I see is them sitting at the round table. And you guys, I recorded it. But like I said, I was on the phone at the same time, so you'll hear a little bit more noise. And then somebody called. Then they wanted to hang up. And I was like, oh, I'm getting frustrated. But they didn't say anything. But we did record it. We recorded it. If anybody missed anything and you guys needed to hear it again, I would probably play it for you. Pretty K says they was asking all my questions or your comments. Okay, so was there anything else that was shared that we don't know? You know, they didn't say nothing about the young lady that said that they seen the sister at the coffee shop and she had the baby Codi with her. None of that. You know what they really started talking about? What they really wanted to talk about? Thank you so much the other day. You're welcome, Miss Valerie. I understand. But let me tell you what they really wanted to talk about. He had everybody in there hot. I don't know. I wasn't in the live where I could see who people was talking. I don't even know how to get there. All I see, I think I was on the news station part where it was a little bit delayed. Because I tried to find where I could say something or hear or read everybody else's comment. But I'm going to be honest with you, Pretty K. What is it? You know, I tried to tell y'all this morning. You wasn't going to hear anything. You wasn't going to hear anything other than what was all. They said, we don't know this. We don't know when Codi came up missing. We don't know where Codi is at. We don't know if Codi is dead. We don't know if his dad has anything to do with it. We don't know. All we know is he had 3 other kids living in the house. One was 5. The other one is 2. Now they're 3 and 5. So the twins are now 3-year-old. And the aunt ran out the courtroom talking about God told her that Codi was alive. And she was very emotional about it. But she doesn't believe that Corey had anything to do with it. What else? What else did they tell you? Yeah, because everybody in there was telling them they only repeating old news. And then, what else? They kept saying, If you have a tip, call us and we'll check it out. And then the guy turns around and said, well, we had heard that Corey had threw the baby in the Mississippi River and I didn't hear nothing about it. So I called the police and I asked them and they was like, that is unfounded. So don't be putting things out there that that that's not unfounded or whatever. Let me tell you something. Social media is exactly what it is. It's social media. It's talking about on a more of a personal level than the news. The news can't report on some things because they'll get sued. But social media, see something, say something, people gonna talk. You see people on here all the time fighting and arguing. You know what I say? As long as I got the receipt that says that you said this or whatever, I'm good. I don't care who get mad about it. You said it. You said it. I didn't say it. Yeah, I didn't say it. They sitting over there. I tell you all the time. They over there fighting, y'all. You know what? Because that's how fast news go by. And and by the time I done already told you, they done took it off. But guess what? I got a snapshot of exactly what was said or whatever. And anything. But you know what? You know what I noticed, and I'm gonna get off of here, you guys. The people that's down there doing a whole bunch of searching and rallying for Team Cody, yeah, they probably made some mistakes. I believe, when you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna make mistakes. You've never done it before, so of course you don't know. There's certain things you can say and certain things you can't say, or whatever. But you never get to a point where you're just so frustrated that you just say anything. Okay, but some things probably was said out of anger, frustration, or whatever. They got to talking about the. They got to talking about the little altercation at the house. Now that is not news, okay? That should have been, that's a personal thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what social media is about. You feel me? And then they started talking about, okay, let's talk about the Amber Alert, okay? Let's talk about the Amber Alert. Now, I need you guys to know what the Amber Alert consists of. The reason why, and I was a little heated too, but at first, see, there's reasons why there was not an Amber Alert. But one thing that the lady did say, and guess what? I don't know if it makes sense to you guys, but Chief already told you he didn't feel like there should have been an Amber Alert because Cody wasn't abducted. What else can they say? Abducted, the dogs did not find anything in the house. The dog didn't find anything on the pavement coming away from the house or anything. I don't even think the dog sniffed Cody in the freaking house, to be honest with you. I'm just being honest with you. Hello? I'm just keeping it real. Why I say that? Because the man said he didn't catch a scent. Now, I don't know how they got that picture of Cody in June 2021, but, and that was supposed to be on the mom's IG account or whatever, but they said that the dog didn't catch a scent. He didn't catch a scent of Cody in the house. She said, it was a lot of fussing. I'm going to send you some later. Send it to me now. How is it that the dog did not catch a scent in the house of Cody? You guys answer that question. And you know what? I'll give you my 401k. Answer that question. How is it if Cody was in the house? How is it that the dog didn't get a scent of Cody in the house? And I'll wait. And don't tell me they scrubbed the floors. Don't tell me that he wasn't there, because that's my whole thing. That's what I'm saying. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. Whether we ever find it or not, it's the same thing with the California City Boys. I told y'all back then, when everybody wanted to send me pictures and say, really look, SP, look at this and look at that. And I said, look, I don't know why you sending me stuff. This day never happened. This is just a routine thing to show you that they know what to do, to show like their phones will be tapped, and and did the towers pick them up, and then they went around the house and somebody seen them driving, heard them holler cat sincere, you know classic or whatever, come back to the house. Man, let me tell you something. When you lose something, you look in places that you've never even considered. Like you look for a kid, you be looking underneath the pillows. Because you would think maybe he scrunched down there in the crevices or something and lost, or you know what I'm saying? You go look in the refrigerator, in the freezer. You look on, you know what I'm saying? You look behind the stool. You look in the closet. You come out the house. You look both places. You look, the right side. You look in the left side. You look under the car. You look in the tree. You look in the trash. You look. This guy gets in the car and don't look to the right, and then goes and then turn to the left, then comes back. Then when the police come, he goes, get back in the car again, turn to turn to the left. Don't never look to the right, never go down the right side of the street and say, we looked. You guys, we looked. That's not so. That's not so. And you know why the police knew something was already wrong? Because guess what? The dogs could not pick up a scent. What is the common thing in the Classic and Sincere, in the West Boys, and these boys here? Hey, Sonia Joseph, how you doing? Good evening to you. The dogs, and I never heard this until today. The dogs did not pick up a scent. And not only that, they said that the same day that he called the police is the day he was supposed to be moving into that house, which that's just a little bit of information, if you want it, you got it. But I mean, it don't change anything or anything. But the dog never picked up the scent. Then the man gonna say, okay, make this make sense. Oh, he didn't pick up scent because of all the asphalt. And that's common with dogs. No, it is not. Because you know anything about asphalt, guess what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's asphalt. What makes it different if it's asphalt? You telling me a dog can't pick up scent because it's asphalt? I wanted to throw my phone. I just need to ask my husband. Let me go get my phone. I wanna just see if I can Google this. Honey, can a dog find scent on asphalt? You would think they said that the dog couldn't pick up the baby. They said the dogs couldn't pick up the baby scent because it was asphalt out there. It was not even the heat of the day. It's in the daytime. The baby went missing 2 a.m. in the morning. He didn't call until 9 a.m. It's still morning. And the dog didn't pick up no scent in the house. What do you think? Was the baby ever there? That's what you think, right? Huh? We had somebody that trained dogs. I can't remember what their name was. If anybody in the chat remember who that was, but I can't remember who it was. I wish I could call them up. But they trained dogs just for this, and they heat rises from asphalt. Yeah, but it was in the morning. Remember, 9 o'clock in the morning. That's when he called the police and said, "Hey, I can't find my kid." Can dogs pick up a scent on asphalt? How long can a dog pick up a scent? Some experts believe that scents can last up to 14 days, whereby they can pick up in the trail. I'm going to tell you, I told y'all the story about my dog when he was little, and my stepdad took him all the way to Oklahoma and living in Kansas. And because the dog bit a boy, he was a hound dog, he was a hunting dog and everything. Guess what? 2, 3 days later, the dog returned to the house. I'll never forget it. I never forget it. Travion, girl, are you talking about Travion where the dog fell out because they were tired, they needed some water, whatever. Remember when he said the dogs was tired? All the dogs laid down. The dogs laid down for a reason. Because them dogs, guess what? They knew where that baby was. The odor and decomposition has been known to change the composition of soil and can be detected by search dogs for many, many years after. Let me read this. This is many years, and they're talking about asphalt. They need to go on with that. And you know what? I keep telling my husband we're gonna get us one of these dogs, but we gotta wait until Suge do what he needs to do. Let me see. Let me find this again. Anyway, you guys, we're just talking. That's all. There are many options and claims regarding just how long a scent trail. Okay. A scent trail can last. Missing Animals Response Network posted this information because some pet owners are hiring pet detectives who claim that their dogs can track a scent trail that is several months old and even up to a year old. Okay, so Cat has spent over 20 plus years training and working search dogs, observing other search dogs in training and learning from search dogs authorities across the country. She's familiar with age trails, experiments performed by experts and examples, bloodhound trainers, based on her knowledge of what other credible bloodhound handlers have experienced. Her training through the National Police Bloodhound Associations, that's the NPBA, and her personal experiences in working successful cases with search dogs that she has personally trained and or worked with. She is comfortable in estimating that an optimal scent conditions, cool, damp areas with heavy vegetations and no wind, a trained dog is possibly capable of following a scent trail that is up to 2 weeks old. And this dog is, you guys, the picture is the dog is sniffing on acid. Look, it don't look like he's in the wood. He's on asphalt. That's asphalt. Yeah, my dog came back home. We're in a whole different state. Keep in mind, however, that even if the scent trail is too old for a search dog to track, a MAR technician can potentially help you find your lost pet using other methods, including using his or her dog to track a fresher scent trail from a visible sighting. The ideal working scent conditions for a trailing dogs are cool, moist days with no winds. That was that morning, you guys. I'm just telling you. Okay, you guys, let me turn on the light. And the Lord said, let there be light. Uh-oh. Hello.
Hey, Miss Steve.
Hey.
Yeah, dogs can find scent through concrete. How do you think they found all those people in Florida? Those trained dogs, they can pick up scent. So, I don't know what dogs they have, but the dogs can pick up scent.
Okay.
That's how they find the deceased and everything else when buildings collapse. It was a guy that won a lotto, and the woman put him in cement, and the dog went there, and they were able to find him.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, honey, that's when you want. You're just busy. just busy. I'll take care of that tomorrow. Hot and dry conditions have a negative impact on scent. Did you hear what she just said, you guys? What's going on with that food trade beyond? We don't know. 9 o'clock Tuesday morning, I remember it was like yesterday. I will never forget it. What was the conditions, Tina? What was the conditions? Wind can disappear. Like winds can move it. But was the wind blowing? That's why they hurried up and got the dog. 9 o'clock in the morning, was the wind blowing? Wind can disperse scents great distance, minimizing the scent trail and making trailing difficult. In a case where a lost person walking down a sidewalk 4 days prior to a trailing dog starting to search, the trailing dog might very well work by dipping down into the driveways up to the front porch of homes rather than the spot where the person was walked on the sidewalk 4 days before. If there is grass directly next to the sidewalk, then the trail dog might walk on the grass. The chances of any scent remaining directly on the pavement of the sidewalk are slim after a 4-day period. See, you guys, you hear what I just said? After a 4-day period. This is the same day. But the chance of scent surviving by clinging to the moisture provided by the grass and the shady areas is very likely. Scent needs moisture to survive, which rain provides. And remember, it had snowed before then. So the ground was moist enough to hold scent in the pavement too. Rain does not make scent mysteries disappear. Rain will not destroy scent, but a heavy downpour on pavement can disperse it. And it wasn't heavy down scent. In those cases, the scent will cling in gutters and puddles instead of being dispersed along a consistent path like a sidewalk. Oh my God. They're talking about listen, you guys, this even makes me more furious. They're talking about the consistency of the trail of the scent will be more likely on a sidewalk. Just in case. All right. Well, you better check on mine too while you're there.
When is your birthday?
I'll text it to you. I can't believe you asked me that.
Guess I'm gonna give him this insurance card.
Well, all right. What about snow on the sidewalk? They said, you need the moisture to get off into the crevices, and it helps. It helps the scent to stay. And you got to remember, there was just a little bit of snow. And I mean, when I say little bit, I mean, like I said, you couldn't even make an ice cube out of it. You couldn't make a slushy out of it. The whole part of the area where they stayed, you get you a cup and put the snow in it, and you're not even gonna have a half a cup of snow, because it was just, by the time it hit the ground, it was gone. They're saying that should help. Did you guys not hear when I read it? Let me read it again. It says, scent needs moisture to survive, which rain provides. Rain or snow will provide the moisture. Rain does not make scent mystery or disappear. Rain will not destroy scent, but a heavy downpour on pavement can disperse it, making it difficult to follow a trail. That's if it's a heavy downpour. It would disperse it. It's just like anything else. It's almost like it's a solid. It's not a solid, it's a scent. But if you put, I mean, like a liquid, if you put like, just say antifreeze on a pavement, and then you pour water on it, it don't disappear, but it's going to move to the grass. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's going to go down. But when he said that it's a lot of asphalt out there and that's why the dogs didn't have scent, no. Nope. I said to myself, Lord, you know what? I don't know if they think that we are the FOOL word. Odor of a decomposition has been known to change in the soil. Okay, we don't want to talk about that though. Keep in mind that a 2-week-old scent trail laid in a residential area that is highly contaminated with other animal scents and disappeared with vehicular traffic is much more difficult to work than a 2-week-old scent. They're talking about 2-week-old. We're talking about the same day. Although no one knows exactly how many days a scent trail will be viable. But we're talking about the same day. That trail, it should be viable. The scent trail was 322 hours. That's 13 days old. Hounds to the body of a missing hiker. By the time Winston worked his hounds, the scent trail was a 322 hours. That's 13 days old. His hounds led Wilson to the bodies of the missing hikers. Hikers hike in dirt and rock. We've heard of tracking authorities who believe that a scent trail vanishes once a person walks on pavement, and others who believe that a scent trail dissipates after 8 hours. At the other end of the spectrum, there are currently a few pet detectives who claim their search dogs can track a lost pet scent trail that is several 5 months old. There is even a pet detective who claims that a specified trailing dog can track a lost pet scent trail that is up to a year old. For decades, trailing dogs handled by volunteers and law enforcement officers have only been capable of following scent trails that are less than 2 weeks old, and yet I'm just telling you, if the dog didn't pick up a scent in that house, and the dog did not pick up scent on the pavement, you guys, that's why. See, they don't want to tell you that. You know why they don't want to tell you that? Because now you've got knowledge. Just, if you don't believe me, you need to call someone that trains these dogs or know anything, and they'll tell you themselves. But I already knew this. I didn't have to read it. I just read it for you guys. How far can a dog track someone's scent? How far? There are several factors that come in play. Is it possible for a police dog to lose track? Let me see. If search dogs are after me, what's the best? How do police dogs know who to scent? How does a police dog tracks an individual? Sometimes we got to learn this stuff. Learning it and just talking about it can give you a little insight. Hidden trackers can follow you around the internet and watch much of what you do online, but there are simple tools you can use. There's scent. They learn to scent on the ground for the scent trail that a person leaves, and this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, and in the air. Now, remember when I told you that my stepfather took the dog to Oklahoma and the dog came back like 3 days later, and the dog was a loving dog and everything? He wouldn't bite anything. But I mean, after that, he still protected my brother because he actually was a service dog for my brother. But like I said, this dog must have had, I don't know how he followed home, because my stepdad didn't walk home. He didn't jog home. He drove home, and that dog found us. The dog found us. in Kansas. The dog found us, you guys. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I'm just telling you. But this is, and you know what? And I never thought about this, but listen to this. They learn to scent on the ground for the scent trail that a person leaves, and in the air for the scent cone that flows downwind from a person when he or she is nearby. Air scenting is important because that way a dog can sense if a suspect has circled back around to ambush the officer. Some bloodhounds can track a scent trail up to 130 miles. Other dogs can track a scent from anywhere between 5 and 14 days. They ain't saying nothing about a 1 day tracking anything. They said that the dog didn't find scent in the house or outside. You guys, you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When they said that on the thing today, I was like, they are deflecting. And I don't know why they deflecting, but you guys, hey, they're trying to follow the strongest scent. As long as they're following the same scent, they'll track it to its source. So long as nobody else has crossed the scent trail after the perpetrator has left, the dog will follow. There's a cop clip show here in the UK called Sin in the Dogs. One case they featured was a break-in around 2 a.m. in the office, as it was a big building. They thought the burglar might still be in there. They sent a tracking dog in to see if it could find anyone. The dog led them through the building and out the other side. It followed. Hold on. I want to read the rest of this. I'm going to see if it'll let me read it. The dog led them through the building and out on the other side. Okay, it followed a scent of trail for 5 miles, and they found the burglar at his home. Now, you mean to tell me, and we can find that clip, you guys, you mean to tell me that they came on national TV and said that the dog did not find a scent in that home? Okay. Y'all not listening. So that's why I tell you guys, when you're listening to these the news thing, listen very attentive, and then always record it so you can go back and hear exactly what they said, so you won't just pick up something and run with it. But when they say stuff like that, I go, hold on. Why would you tell the people that the people, okay, you said something. You said something, all right. Hold on. I'm sorry, you guys. My husband just seems, he's just all over the place right now. He's just, feeding the dog and talking on and going to go get medicine, and he's just doing everything. So he needs some attention, I guess. Anyway, what do you guys think about that? Freddie said, I love being educated. You know what? I just don't like when people think that, I want everybody to know when they being, like, don't be so naive just because somebody say, well, we're news. What is it? You guys are not going to believe this. You guys are not going to believe this. My husband is not going to stop until he's just been a very big distraction today. He He called me to tell me nothing showed up for you. I'm like, okay, thank you. He's probably trying to calm me down because I just cannot stand. And I'm finna get off of here because we're almost an hour. They must don't have a dog. They did have dogs out there, Valerie. They must don't have a dog. No, they don't have a dog. But the police had the dogs out there. And they didn't have one dog. They had research dog. I mean, they had the one dogs that are the recovery dogs, and then they had the cadaver dogs. So they had both dogs out there. So why did they say that? I do not know. I have no clue. I have no clue. You guys got any clue? Please tell me. Please let me know. Cheryl say, that's wild. But I want you guys to think about that because, I don't like when, like, just because the people have certain kind of titles. Oh, we're a reporter and we should know. You don't know no more than anybody else out here. You don't know. Matter of fact, I believe, and I'm just being honest with you, I believe, without a doubt, I could say this. I believe the people know more than the news reporters. I believe we do. I do. I believe we know more. We can't say anything because we don't have no facts or evidence or receipts. But, our intuition on what happened, we probably will never speak on it. But I'm pretty sure we already know. And that's something that reporters cannot ever say. And you know what? You're not wrong. Yeah, even the dogs know. That's why the chief of police told them, he said, I called in the FBI within 2 hours. Within 2 hours, y'all couldn't, you couldn't, you got no kind of scent from the dogs? Get out of here. Get out of here. They knew that man done told a story. And I'm just being honest with you. They knew. And then that's why they were pressing him, because time was an essence. And they thought, well, we need to press for this time because when you're looking, just look at the whole situation. You got somebody that's saying this child came up missing. The dog's looking at him like, why we out here? Why we out here? Okay, smell this. Okay, Roscoe, we're going to call the dog Roscoe. Roscoe, smell this. Roscoe's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, go in the house. Dog's like, we don't smell like. Okay, come outside the house. What are we doing out here? We don't smell nothing here either. It probably took them 2 hours to get the dogs out there. Once they got the dogs out there, they was like, we're done. FBI, come on in. This person, and I say person, because you probably know what I was just thinking, is lying. That's how I see it, you guys. I'm just saying that's how I see it. Just think about it. Because within 2 hours, they hadn't got off into the full conversation, and they hadn't got off into the taking the polygraph test. And that was another thing that she deflected on too. They were saying, hey, what about the polygraph test? Did the family take the polygraph test? She says, okay, first of all, let me tell you something. Come on, come on. Let me tell you something. So a lot of you guys don't know that a polygraph test is not permissible in court. Okay, chick, who are you talking to? A third grader? We know that. Tell us, did the family take the polygraph test? You never did? Oh, you moved to something else? You guys, I'm done. I'm out of here. Anyway, I was happy that they at least went over everything again, because having refreshed thoughts about it just gave me anxiety again. Yes, it did. But you know what? I'm not mad at them about it, because at least they brought it up. And I just think that, like, I don't know if they like ask questions like, what questions could have answered, really. Like I said, I get a lot out of what people don't say. I don't know about you guys, but I get a lot out of what people don't say. And when they do say something and make it like nonchalant, like, oh, yeah, uh, the dogs just didn't pick up a scent. It's just too much asphalt out there. Get out of here. You know what? Okay. Maybe it's just hard for me to trust anybody. But that's the reason why they believe Codi is a prime suspect. I mean, not Cody, but Corey is a prime suspect, or the interest, a suspect, because they couldn't even pick up a scent of the child in the home. And I just got through telling you, if they could pick up a scent in the home, a dog can pick up a scent in the home within 4, 5, 6 months. That's in the home. That's him changing clothes, taking baths, combing his hair, dirty shoes over here or whatever, he laying on the bed, whatever. When they didn't get a scent of that child, it was a done deal. And I'll tell you something. I believe when Corey already moved into the, I don't know where they get this 6 month picture at. It's weird to me. It's really, really weird to me. And I'm just saying, because it's a crop picture, and I know it's a crop picture, and it could have been on the IG as a crop picture, but I'm just saying, and it's supposed to be in June. And the mother got a picture of the child in June. I thought she just didn't know where the baby was at. Oh, remember, she dropped the kids off 2 years ago. She don't even know where they at. But she's got a picture of the child back in June. A crop picture of a child. That looks like somebody put the baby a head on the baby body. And took out all the background. Yeah. Exactly. It's like with the case, Cal City Boys, King Hill, Cupcake, and Malia Bass. Exactly. It was Photoshop. Well, I do a lot of editing and stuff all the time, so I can see it. And usually, if you know anything about editing and cropping pictures and taking them out, and you can place this head on that body and that head on that body, and make it do this and make it do that and all this other stuff, you would know that that picture is not just a valid picture. There's just certain things about it, you guys. Anyway. I'm going to get off of here. You guys, make sure you got your candles. And tomorrow at noon, we will start our fast. Please do not forget. I will probably come on in the morning just to remind you again and put out a notification that we will have our visual at the right time, at the place, at the conversation room, you guys. All right. Be good, be great. Just something to think about, you guys. If you didn't hear all of that in there, go back, listen to it or whatever. And if you guys want to listen to it, I'll play it one time for you. But I'm going to have to take out some things. I have to do some editing because I was talking to somebody else while we were talking. So you guys don't need to hear that. And that's the only thing I'm going to take out. I'm going to take nothing out of what they said or anything like that nature. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. You guys have a good evening. And be good and be nice to each other. Bye.